Whenever you do anything important in life, which includes Carriage Ministries, it's important to know and be able to articulate why you do what you do. Carriage Ministries started in 1950 when a group of churches got together and said, we need to have a cooperative way to minister to those who are homeless in this county. Started with a jamboree of sorts at the old IMA auditorium and resulted in Carriage Ministries. Actually, at that time, the Flint Rescue Mission that started over on the river at Kersley Street. In 1979, Carriage Ministries became a reality and moved from Kersley Street and the river over here to this place. Christian people are called to be compassionate and to provide for those who are hurting. We know this. Jesus was very clear about that in his teachings. And if we don't remind ourselves of that and the why of what we do, then we'll end off in the grass. We'll end off down the wrong path. We remind ourselves every day here at Carriage Ministries that we're here to provide a clean, safe, gospel-filled, encouraging place to be when people are desperate for any number of reasons, whether they're homelessness or coming here for clothing, counseling, spiritual guidance, healthcare services, any of those things. The why can be simply sum up with one word: Jesus. He is our example. He is our teacher. We are a Christian mission here in Genesee County and have been so for 70 years. This celebration is a time of saying thank you to you, the supporters, being thankful to God that He has privileged us in this neighborhood with doing this work that He calls us to do. At the center of Jesus' teaching, whenever He was asked to explain what are the most important things, He would say things like, love God above all things and love your neighbor as yourself. We know that God is invisible. We learn about God through His creation, but also through learning and following the teachings of Jesus. I think it's pretty clear from Jesus' teachings that the tangible way to express our love for God is to love our neighbors. Carriage Ministries exists to love our neighbors. You, as a person in the community, you are individually called to minister to those who are in need in some way, with your sustenance, with your time, all of those kind of things. Churches are called to do this mission, but we found that it's helpful and productive to pool our resources. That was the beginning of Carriage Ministries, the Flint Rescue Mission, 70 years ago, from John Shy to Jerry Peaster to Bob Sweeney, Lois St. Clair, and now here in these days, only 5 leaders in 70 years, growing to the point today where we provide for 400 to 500 meals a day, a place for 130 plus people to sleep every night. And the last year has been especially challenging as we've had to provide for people living in congregant living here in a rescue mission with a dormitory and rooms for people during a pandemic. We thank you if you've been praying for us. We thank you, those of you who have been partners who have supported us during this challenging time. We also are aware that you've had your own challenges out there. We gather every day to pray, to thank God for protecting us the day before and for asking for His prayer today to protect us through these times. Right now, as you hear this message, we are preparing for winter and spring to keep people separated, to keep people healthy. So be praying for us even as we're praying for you. So while we're in a time of celebration, thinking about the past, the present, and the future, you're going to be hearing and seeing some messages about Carriage Town, the Flint Rescue Mission in the past. You'll get a little bit of feel for the present, and you'll see a vision for our future.